So today is a little bit different than we normally do. Normally we have a class that's pretty, not advanced, but a little bit faster, more like a vinyasa flow. Okay, she has problems here. Problemen. She has trouble with the microphone, but it's okay. So it's a little bit slower today. We're going to do a yin yasa class. So it's a combination of yin. Yin is very, very slow and it's complete relaxation. And vinyasa, as you know, is a little bit faster and it works more on strength. But we're combining the two. And during the practice, I want you guys to reflect a lot, go inward, and try and define your core values. So this was something that I did in my yoga teacher training. And I really liked it because it kind of just made me think of the things that I like in life, the things that I want to do, and find my purpose, which is teaching yoga and English. So it's a really cool thing to work on. It doesn't mean that you can get straight to it today. It's a process. It doesn't come to you in just one yoga class, but it's just something to think about or to start working on maybe. And if you know already, great. Maybe you can get more specific. And if you don't know at all, don't worry. There's no rush. You've got your whole life to figure it out. All right. So we're going to start in meditation pose or a comfortable seat. So you can either have your feet in front of each other, your ankles crossed, or anything that's just comfortable here. And when you get there, start to lengthen the spine. So we sit really straight, lower your shoulders. Make sure that the chin is in line with the mat. And start to observe the room around you. Maybe become aware of what you're seeing, what you're hearing, and just really get into the present moment and the space around you. And once you've taken a few breaths here, start to deepen the breath. And on your next exhale, close your eyes. Taking slow, comfortable, and controlled breaths here. Arriving on your mat in the present moment and slowly trying to connect to your body. Notice what it feels like in your body today. And notice where your breath is. Is your breath up in the chest? Or are you breathing slow and calm already from the belly? So as we are sinking into this moment, ask yourself two questions. Why am I here? And what do I hope to get out of this practice? So repeat to yourself and find your answer. Why am I here? And what do I hope to get out of this practice? Take one more deep breath in through the nose. And a long exhale through the mouth. Let go of anything that's no longer serving you now. Anything that's stopping you, or that's an obstacle on your yoga journey. And on your next inhale, either with your eyes closed or open, lift the arms up, lift your gaze. And on an exhale, keep your arms wide while you bring them down. Drop the chin. Inhale, arms up and look up. Exhale, bring it all the way down. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Find your own rhythm. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, bring it down. On your next inhale, lift the arms again. Then with your arms up, turn your core to your left knee. Right hand on the left knee and the left hand behind your back or behind your seat. On an inhale, lift the chest, keep your shoulders low. And exhale, twist. Look past your left shoulder. So as we are in our twists here, we're getting rid of any negative thoughts, any negative emotions, and any negativity in the body. Keep the chest lifted. And feel how on an exhale you can get deeper into your twist. Don't hold the breath here. Keep breathing long and slow breaths. Inhale. And on an exhale, with control, slowly turn back to center. Lengthen the spine, shoulders low. And on your next inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, twist to your right knee. Drop your left hand on the right knee and the right hand behind your back. Inhale, lift the chest. And on an exhale, twist. Look past your right shoulder. And again, keep breathing. And maybe even visualize what you're getting rid of here. Maybe you caught yourself with negative self-talk or pessimistic thoughts. Maybe even fear or anxiousness. Whenever you're in a twisting position, really try and let go of something. something that's stopping you or blocking you from where you want to be. Inhale, and on an exhale, slowly back to center. Alright. For this next pose, you can stay where you are, but I like to actually have my left foot on my right thigh, or on the inside of my right thigh, and the right foot towards my left shin. So basically it's the feet or the shins in front of each other. We will swap afterwards, so you get equally a hip opener here. Inhale, maybe lift the shoulders and roll them back slowly. And then hinge the upper body to your right while you bring the left shoulder all the way forward. And come as low as you can as you're still sitting on the mat. And then make a circle towards your left. Slowly come backwards. And keep rolling here. Keep making these circles. For me, it helps to visualize myself as an old coffee grinder, in which you make real slow circles. And here detox the belly, or the abdominal wall and digestive organs. Take it slow, find your own rhythm, keep breathing, and again think of something that you're letting go of. On your next exhale, come back to center, and then switch sides. So if you've got your feet as in your meditation pose, you can stay where you are, or maybe swap the legs. Again, find length, shoulders low, and then lean towards the left and slowly bring the right and the left shoulder forward. And start even slower to really get a feel of what it is like to be a coffee grinder. On an inhale, come forward, and exhale backward. Take one more, and then come back to center. Beautiful. Alright, we're going to turn ourselves all the way over, feet on the mat, the knees below the hips, or maybe to the outside of the mat, and come into your child's pose, either with the toes tucked under or the feet flat on the mat. We're going to stay here for a while, so make yourself comfortable. You can keep your arms out long in front of you, and your forehead on the mat. Or maybe bring your hands to your lower back, or hold opposite elbows. Whatever is comfortable to you. And as we are in child's pose here, really take this time to turn inwards and reflect. Listen to what's going on inside the body. What is your body trying to tell you? Keep breathing long and slow breaths. And remember your questions from the start of this practice. Why are you here? And what are you trying to get out of this practice? On your next inhale, release the hands if you've got them on your back. And if you've got them out long in front of you, bring them next to your head again. Slowly lift the head, lift the upper body, and bring the arms out long in front of you. Come to all fours, and then swing the legs to one side. Come to sit on your bum. If you did this the same way as me, you've got now your left foot in front of you, touching the right thigh, and you can take the right leg towards the side, out long. On your next inhale, lift the arms up high. Exhale, twist to your right towards the right foot, and place the hands on the mat or framing the right thigh. Inhale, lift the chest. And on an exhale, bring the upper body halfway down. We're going to dynamically move towards our forward fold here. On an inhale, lift. And on an exhale, halfway. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe move your hands a little bit further forward. And start to feel a stretch on the left side body. Inhale, lift, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale, and on your next exhale, fold all the way forward. So listen to your body, do what feels right here. If your hands can come to your foot, great, but if they can't, just grab your ankle, your shin, or leave them flat on the floor. Inhale. Lift one more time here. Maybe get even further into your twist and then fold all the way. Relax the head, the neck and the shoulder, and again turn inward. So these forward folds in which we have the head really close to the legs are a great way to turn inward. They help us to reflect. And they help us to listen to what's going on inside. So don't be afraid. This is the time to do so. This is the time to be with yourself and give yourself some extra attention. Keep breathing long breaths. Stay connected. And if your mind starts to wander, slowly come back to your practice. And your next inhale, slowly look up. And then make your way back to center. And from here, bend the right knee, take the foot in and switch sides. Just going to turn towards you so I can see everyone. And again, find your seat. Make sure that the sitting bones are still touching the mat or the floor below you. And on an inhale, lift your arms up to the sky. Exhale, twist to your left. Place your hands on the mat. Find length. And you might be able to already feel a stretch here in the right side body, depending on how open you are today. On an inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, come halfway down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, halfway. If you want, you can walk your hands a little bit further forward each time you fold. Or just leave them where they are. Find what feels right for you. Exhale down. Inhale, 2 more. Last one, inhale. And on an exhale, come down. Again, hands on your foot, your ankle or your shin, or on the mat. Up to you. Inhale. Once you found your position, lift halfway, open the chest. And then exhale, surrender. Relax the head, relax the neck, your shoulders. And enjoy the stretch. And even though this pose is very relaxing, at least for some, maybe not for others, try to stay active, especially in the left foot. Stay aware of the body and don't just lay here or sit here waiting for what's next. Turn inward. Take one more breath in. If you've drifted off, come back to the room or the space around you. Come back to your practice. And on an inhale, lift the head. Slowly make your way back to center. Now keep your left leg where it is and take the right leg out wide too. So we are in a wide-legged seat here. On an inhale, again, check in with the body. Make sure that the sitting bones are on the mat this time. Inhale, lift the arms up. And on an exhale, come halfway down. Make sure that you've got length in the spine still. So we don't want to sink in or bring the shoulders. We want to keep it all straight. Inhale, lift. Exhale, halfway. And inhale, lift. Exhale. Inhale. This might be really hard on the core. Maybe even hard on the thighs. But as we are working on the core values, we want to strengthen the core too. Inhale, last one. And exhale, bring it down. Bring your arms out long in front of you. Or if this is too much, bend your elbows and bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. We want to come into full relaxation here and really take a breath again and turn inward. So you can either keep your elbows underneath your shoulders and relax the head here. But if you can, I really recommend taking the arms out and your chest towards the floor. And take a breath here. Keep your toes pointing up towards the sky. Stay active in your legs. Focus on your breathing. And observe what the body is trying to tell you here. And as we are reflecting or in a forward fold, which makes space to reflect, think of the 3 things that are most important to you. Maybe even ask yourself, which 3 things are most important to me? Whether they have to do with friends and family, professional goals, maybe even food and diet, and your lifestyle. Which 3 things are most important to me? Take one more breath here in your wide-legged forward fold. On your inhale, slowly lift the head, lift the upper body, and walk your hands and your upper body up or back to your center. Alright, from here we're going to be a little bit acrobatic. Bend the knees and then take them in straight into your chest. Keep your feet lifted. Hold your hands underneath your knees or maybe towards the ankles. You can bend the knees a little bit further and stay here for a second. I'll take them out a little bit longer. So in a boat variation. Then take one leg up. Straighten it in front of you. And bring it back down. The other one straighten, only as far as possible. You can keep your knee bent a bit. And then bring it down. I'm going to turn so you can see. You are here. And now bring both legs to straighten. Hold on to your ankles if you need to. Or take the arms out long for a boat pose. Strengthen in the core, strengthen in the abs. Hold here for 3 breaths. Bend your knees if you need to. Hold on to your ankles if you need to. Remember, don't judge yourself. You are where you are today. And it's all good. Inhale. And exhale, release. Hug the knees into the chest. From here, take tiny rolls until we're laying on our back completely. Can be playful here. Warming up the spine a little bit. And then come on your back. And straighten the legs up to the sky. And bend the knees a tiny bit and start to roll the legs all the way backwards. Keep your hands next to your hips or next to your thighs, flat on the mat, so you can find a little bit of pressure and grip here. Rolling backwards until your feet touch or nearly touch the floor behind you. So get ready for shoulder stand. Either hands on the mat and then towards the lower back, or interlace the hands behind you. I like to have my hands on the lower back. It's also the safer position. So we have the hands on the lower back, pointed the fingers up to the sky. Find your support and then maybe lift one leg and then the other. Find your position. Find your variation. You know your body. You know what's right for you. And stay there or slowly come back. Catch your breath and then make your way back up. So hands on your lower back, fingers pointing upwards, and then lift one leg and the other. Try to straighten the legs as much as possible. Look up to the sky and then take your chin towards the wall behind you and your chest towards the chin. And feel the opening in the throat. Keep breathing. And as we are here, we're opening the throat chakra to speak our truth, to speak what we really want to say, and express ourselves. If you're here, take one more breath, and then slowly bend the knees and place the feet behind you again, straighten the legs. And with your hands on the mat, slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll yourself all the way back. And come to lay on your mat. Alright, from here we're going to roll over to the belly. And then lay flat on your belly, hands next to the chest, and lift here into cobra. Keep your feet flat on the mat, your shoulders low. We're going to take it easy. And exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift again. Maybe a little bit higher. Strengthen the core. And exhale down. Inhale, hands next to the chest, lifting to cobra. Maybe come a bit higher each time we get into a variation. And exhale down. Inhale and again lift. And exhale down. One more time, inhale. And exhale down. And then slide the arms forward. Bring the elbows underneath the shoulders. And come into your Sphinx pose. So as we're in Sphinx, we want to really suck in the navel. So the navel is not touching the mat anymore. We press the pelvic area into the mat. The toes on the mat or the floor, and then your chest forward. So spread your collarbones, sounds weird, but it's almost as if you're pushing out the collarbones out of your body. And stay here for a couple of breaths. So again, suck in the navel, press your toes, and maybe lift your kneecaps. Push your chest forward. If you want more, you can look up to the sky and again open the throat. Inhale, and on your exhale, release. Now tuck the toes under, lift the knees, lift the upper body, keep your hands where they are and keep your arms where they are. We're going to come into our forearm plank. So toes tucked, and then lift the upper body, lift your ass. Lift your bum up to the sky. And keep breathing here. So again, strengthening the core and taking it easy. Two more breaths. Make sure that the elbows are underneath the shoulders. The hips aren't too high up and not too low. Everything in one straight line. Inhale here. And on an exhale, slowly release. Bring your hands next to your chest, come back to your cobra. And exhale down. Beautiful. Now bring the left hand to the left arm out long next to you. The hand is in line with the shoulder. Bend the left knee. Your right hand behind you, next to your chest. And then slowly open up. So we want to keep our have the left knee up to the sky. We can keep the left arm out long, all the way overhead, or maybe interlace the hands behind your back. And find the opening here in the chest and the hips. Find your variation. Find what feels right for you. And I'm going to stay here long. Inhale. And on your exhale, slowly back to center. Hands next to the chest. Inhale, cobra. Maybe lift your feet this time. And exhale down. Opposite side. Right arm out long. The left arm next to your chest. Bend the right knee. And then open the hips. Take the right foot behind you. Keep your left arm on or out long. Overhead. Or interlace the hands behind your back. Even if this feels uncomfortable, try and find a way that's comfortable to you. So not every yoga pose is as suited to everybody. And that doesn't mean that we can't do it, it just doesn't look the same. Whenever you feel like you're not doing it right, try and find then what's right for you. There is not one right way, or not one way to practice yoga. There definitely is not any excuse to not practice. Inhale. exhale slowly back to center. Alright, inhale again, halfway lift in cobra, maybe lift the feet. And exhale, bring it down. This time, arms out long, so we're coming into our wide cobra. Hands next to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift up. And maybe lift your feet. Strengthening the core. Exhale down. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Excellent. Right. Come back to your Sphinx pose. So we've got our hands again out in front. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Push your collarbones forward. Feet on the mat or the floor. And the knees lifted. Knees kept lifted. Maybe look up. Suck in the navel. And from here, lift the upper body, tuck the toes under, straight back to your to your forearm plank. Activate the glutes. And maybe keep your heels pushing towards the wall or the back of your mat. And if you've been practicing with me for a while, you might know where we're going. Don't be afraid. Slowly lift the hips and walk your feet all the way to center. Or not all the way to center, just a little bit in. And come into your dolphin. Just 1 breath here. And on your next exhale, push your hands firmly into the mat. Spread your fingertips wide and then lift the elbows all the way into down dog. And here find some movement. Walk in the dog, bending your knees. Arms firm, your hands firm into the mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Hips up to the sky. And finding your expression. Whatever feels good to you. Now take the right foot to the right side of the mat, left foot to the left side of the mat, and stay here for a few breaths in your wide down dog. And notice what is going on and how this feels different. If you even feel a difference in the body. Keep your hands and your fingers widely spread, your arms strong, shoulders away from the ears, hips up high. And if you can't bring your heels towards the mat, it's absolutely fine, you can keep them lifted. Inhale. And exhale, bend the knees. And slowly descend and take a few breaths here in child's pose. As we're working the arms, I like to bring the hands towards my lower back, but always feel free to keep them out long in front of you. And come back to your questions. Why are you here? What do you want to get out of this practice? And what 3 things are most important to you, or better even, what 3 things are most valuable to you. Catch your breath. And really try and stay present here. Feeling into the body and becoming super aware and connected. Take 1 breath. And on your next inhale, lift the head, lift the upper body, and tuck the toes under and push straight back into your down dog. Find your posture, find your asana. Push your heels down if you can. And come back to your wide down dog. So you want the right foot towards the right side of the mat and left towards the left. Then push the hips up high. Stay strong through the arms. Take the right hand into center in line with the head. And your left hand towards the outside of the right foot. Come into your twist. Inhale, look underneath underneath the right shoulder. And on an exhale, twist. Stay strong in the upper body. And again, twist out of negativity. Getting rid of anything that's no longer there, or that's still there, but no longer going to be there after this practice. Inhale. And exhale to center. Switch hands, so your left hand is now in line with the head. Right hand towards the outside of the left ankle. If the ankle is too low, you can always bring your hand towards the shin, or maybe even the left thigh. Again, stay strong in the upper body. Look underneath the left shoulder. Keep breathing. Inhale. And on an exhale, release. Bend your hands on the mat. Your feet back to center. And then as if you're going over hurdle, I'm going to take some waves here. So first lift the heels. And then bring the upper body all the way forward while you keep your arms straight and strong. Then lower your hips. Come into plank variation. And then your inhale, lift the hips all the way up high, lift the heels. And come back to your down dog. So play with it. Try and find your own rhythm. Take it slow though. And feel how the core is strengthening here, as well as your arms, and even the legs. Take a few more. And inhale, moving forward. And exhale backwards. Last one, inhale. And exhale, down dog. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. And then come back into a few more strengthening positions. So if you need to, or if you feel like it, feel free to get into your child's pose and really catch your breath. Remember, there's no competition. And your resting or calming time is as important as the time that you move and stretch. Two more breaths. Coming back to your place of connect. Your next inhale, lift the head again, upper body, and straight back, down dog. Tap the toes, lift the hips. Come back to your wave. So lift your heels, move forward. And from here, I'm going to give you 3 variations. Come straight towards the left, the outside of the left sole, and place your right foot in front for your side plank here. Or take the right foot in front of the left foot, maybe even on top. Find your variation. So we have the feet stacked, the left hand underneath the left shoulder, and the right arm up to the sky. Maybe take the right arm up and overhead. Keep breathing. And remember why you're here. Even when it's hard, find your way through. Inhale. And exhale slowly back to center. Take a break if you need to, or come straight towards the other side. So come onto the sole, or right outside of the right sole, and bring the left foot in center in front of you. Really keep your hips super lifted, and then your left arm up to the sky. Stay here, or maybe bring the left foot in front of the right, or stacked on top of the right. Keep your hips lifted, the right hand underneath the shoulder, and the left arm up. And lift your gaze. Look up. You're super comfy here. Maybe take the left arm up and overhead for more of a side stretch or abdominal side stretch. Inhale and exhale back to center. Stay here in your plank, coming down to child's pose or back to your downward dog. Last variation here. But first find your breath. Come back to yourself. And slowly roll all the way forward into high plank. From here, straight into your side plank on the left. And this time, try to bend the right knee and lift the knee as if you're in tree pose. So we can imagine ourselves in tree pose, Bring the right foot on top of the left thigh. Excellent. And then the left arm, so the right arm up to the sky. If this is way too much, take the right foot behind you and push the hips up to the sky. Come into Wild Thing. Wherever you are, keep the hips super high. Strong in the upper body, strong in the legs. Take one more breath. And exhale, slowly back to your plank. If you need to take a breath, do so, otherwise straight to the other side. So come into your side plank. And then bend the left knee and maybe place your foot on the inside of your right thigh. So when I say this, it often sounds a lot more complicated than it actually is. And I really like to imagine myself in tree pose, because that's something that we all can do. And if you really struggle here, or maybe today you just don't have the balance, come to Wild Thing. Wherever you are, take 2 more breaths. And on exhale, back to center. Down dog. And all the way down to child's pose. And this time we're going to stay in child's pose a little bit longer. Really going inward. And getting back to the reason of this practice. And maybe the reason you are here. So there's no right or wrong. Catch your breath. And dare to look inward. What is your body trying to tell you? And maybe even your thoughts in your mind. And your next inhale, lift the head and roll back, legs to one side, and then come to lay flat on your back. We want to have the knees into the chest, and then maybe straighten both legs up to the sky. Bend your right knee. And then, as if you're painting the wall in front of you, slide the left leg all the way down. Let's do it one more time. So we've got our left leg all the way up. As if you're painting, slide the left leg down. Inhale, lift. And keep the right knee in your chest. Grab your big toe with your right hand. Grab your big toe with your left hand. And then slide the leg open to one side. I don't have enough space here. So we've got the left leg up. And then we grab the big toe and slide the left leg open towards your left. We have a big stretch in the groins here and the hips. So don't push yourself too much here. We're starting to cool down again. There's no competition of who's the most flexible, or who's the most open. You're here for yourself. On an inhale, slowly come back. Bring the knees together into the chest. Straighten the legs. And then hug the left knee into the chest. And as if you're painting a wall, slide the right leg all the way down, straight as possible. And lift just before you touch the floor. And exhale down. One more, inhale. Exhale down. And lift your leg. Grab your big toe and open to the right. So as you see, we want to keep the lower back and the back is on the mat as much as possible. We don't want to slide up open or move over to the right side here. To keep the upper body straight towards the ceiling. And it might mean that you have to let go of your toe. It's okay. Keep breathing. And on your next exhale, bend your knee, come back to center. I'm giving you here about 3 minutes or a few breaths to play. Whatever you feel like or whatever you feel that you need right now. You can take another shoulder stand, maybe take gate pose or bridge pose. Maybe you want to take some Texas tea. Whatever feels right, whatever you need. Obviously, happy baby, you're free to do. Listen to your body. And if you feel like you're already ready for Savasana, absolutely fine to get into it. Just try and move around a little bit. And see what your body needs. Be playful. And also dare to play. Dare to let go of your comfort zone. Let go of what you already know. To be open and curious. And keep learning, developing. Trust your body. And trust your intuition. And whenever you're ready, slowly bring the legs all the way out long. Your palms next to your hips, open up to the sky. And as if you're pressing or as if you're letting go of your weight, of your body weight, into the floor. Relaxing your shoulders, your hips, your feet. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, sigh out. Inhale. Exhale out. One more, inhale. And exhale, let go. Completely relax the body. Relax your mind. Completely let go. And take this time to be with you. In your body. And all that surrounds you. Take this time to rest. As if you're hitting the reset button. So to live a purposeful life, we need to feed ourselves with clean light and positive ingredients as to our diet, but also our senses, our mind and soul. When the body is clean, we gain brightness, the mind and body, and actions become purer as we defog our beings and negative self-talk, negative thoughts, negative emotions. We become more straightforward, we are less distracted and more authentic. When we are clean, we can achieve our purpose and take action from a place of connect. After this practice, I invite you to investigate the state of your mind, your habits and your strengths, your weaknesses and blind spots. How well do you really know yourself? And how aware are you of the millions of hidden decisions that you make a day? Are you fully connected? Through self-reflection, we get to know ourselves better. And each day in practice will give you new answers. The way we practice yoga is the way we practice life. So again, what are your core values? Or in other words, the 3 things that are most important to you. As you're in your savasana, slowly start to wake up the body by wiggling your fingertips, your feet or your toes, moving your hips and your head from left to right. And then hug the knees into your chest. With your knees into your chest, fall over to either side and make your way back up to meditation or easy pose. Place your hands on your knees with the palms up to the ceiling. And express your gratitude for showing up for yourself and working on your mind, body and soul. Working on your physical health as well as your mental health. And maybe even getting closer to your purpose in life. Namaste.